Hello, friends, fellow Christians, Biafrans, indigenous peoples trapped in Nigeria. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord prosper you. May the God Almighty continue to protect you. May He console you. May He heal you. May He always be with you to provide for you, even in the midst of hopelessness. May He give you such joy in your heart that you will continue to be strong to live for tomorrow. It will be better. God loves you. It is true. Today, I would like this message to reach every Biafran so that they might understand what's going on. Lest we forget, it is not over. It is not yet Uhuru. In fact, it is just the beginning of chaos. This is not a doomsday prophecy. It's just a call to reality so that we don't forget where we are. Now, I would like us to see something. The voice is against Christian persecution, and most of the Christians, the much we know for now, are Biafrans. It is true also. Let us not forget it. It's not contestable. No, 95% of Biafrans are Christians. There are Jews, those who follow the Judaism. There are also those who follow the traditional African religion of our forefathers. That's not a problem for us at all. We are not bothered about what anybody believes in. You just make sure you advance the cause of the people. Make sure you advance better living and peace and unity among everybody. That's all. Now, in case some people are not yet ready to make up their minds, in case some people are still undecided, in case some people are still not fully aware of what's happening, I decided to make this video to send this message home once more. Watch this. So this is supposed to be the relationship of Muslims with non-Muslims. So if you are already and always painting this beautiful picture of a wonderful Nigeria in your mind, building castles in the air, something you know it can never work, you continue to force it, you are going to end up hurting yourself. This is from the Quran. And do not get me wrong. There are people, of course, who will raise objections and say they don't believe in these things. It's not as it is written, that they are contextual and all that. We have heard that so many times. But point out to me one community where you have Muslims like this in majority, and you don't see Christians suffering there. You can hardly see it. Now look at this. This is Surah 5. It says, O ye who believe, he's talking to Muslims, take not the Jews and the Christians for your friends and protectors. They are but friends and protectors to each other. And he amongst you that turns to them for friendship is of them. Verily, Allah willeth not the unjust. So, Christians and Jews have been called unjust by the Quran. That's 5:51. Then the Prophet again said, the hour that is of judgment will not come until Muslims fight the Jews and kill them. It will not come until the Jew hides behind rocks and trees. It will not come until the rocks or the trees say, O Muslim, O servant of God, there is a Jew behind me, come and kill him, except for the Rakhar, which is a tree of the Jews. That is Bukhari. Hadith Bukhari is the most trusted of the prophets. The collection of the prophets is the most trusted among the other hadiths. Now, you see this one. Allah's apostle said, by him in whose hands my soul is, surely, that is Jesus, the son of Mary, will soon descend amongst you and will judge mankind justly as a just ruler. He will break the cross and kill the peace, and there will be no jizya. Jizya is taxation taken from non-Muslims. You can imagine what's taking place in Nigeria today. Sacred Hadith, Bukhari, volume 4. And then again, this Hadith states that the Muslim prophet Jesus will return to earth with Muhammad and will cast all Christians to hell and kill all Jews in order that Muslims may go to paradise. Now, we go further. It says here in Quran, fight the unbeliever wherever you find them, and lie and wait for them in every stratagem of war. I have been commanded to fight the people until they testify that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah, and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Now, this honorable ayah, that's verse 9:5 Quran, was called the ayah of the sword, about which Ad-Kahak bin Muzahim, he said, it abrogated every agreement of peace between the prophet and any idolater, every treaty and every term. So when you are thinking that you have an agreement with Muslims, you might have to think, this is not Islamophobia, no. This is being objective, this is being truthful. Let us not just keep coloring things and painting things beautiful, they sound beautiful. Today, Islam is still in contestation, whether it is a religion of peace or not. Why should that be? If it's a religion of peace, why would anyone be contesting whether it's a religion of peace or not? These verses, and even more, not only from the Quran, but also from the Hadith, is very clear. Their relationship with non-Muslims is a one of, by the way, it's a one of, I cheat them, subjugate them, deal with them until they believe. If not, there will be no hour of judgment. You saw that. And by the way, in the world of Islam, there are two words. The word of the sword, that's of war. The word of war and the word of peace. That's Dar al-Islam. That's the land of peace, or the word of peace. And the Dar al-Ahab. Dar al-Ahab. That's the land of war. That's for the non-believers. Every part of this world where you find unbelievers is supposed to be a land or a world of war. And it is meant that these people must be fought till they accept Islam. And then they become Dal al-Islam. They become a land of peace. Why did I bring this? I brought this into perspective so that you will understand. When people tell you that there is a possibility for Nigeria, look at Yemen. Look at Yemen. These are all Muslims and they can't even live in peace. Look at Yemen. Look at Sudan. They wanted to deal with the South Sudanese until they eventually said no. Look at that. Tell me one, unless they are in the majority. And whenever they are in the, or unless they are in the minority, then they become like our Muslim brothers become like meek lambs. We've had so many stories. Let me not go there. Speculated. No, I'm not giving into that. We are dealing with facts. And the world knows this. Every true, right-thinking, objective person knows this. Once they feel they are in majority, once they feel they are in power, they have power, every hell breaks loose. Break loose. They deal with those who do not believe. You are meant to pay the jizya, whether you like it or not. Why is it only in Lagos, in Nigeria, that you find a seaport? And they are the people collecting the most part of the payments. coming in, accruing, all the dividends accruing from the seaports. Lagos is only getting a pittance. It is true. And they are getting this pittance because most of our Yoruba brothers are Muslims. And they are the ones taking all of this. Ask Tinubu, ask Tinubu. These ones who have become, ask Ashala, who had once, ask what Ambode, and even Shamu, like right now. These people know what's going on in this country. It's always a Muslim from the north that has always been the controller general in Nigeria. They task everybody. Why are there a huge number of security men in the east tasking transporters, taxi drivers, Okada riders? Why is that so heavy presence of so many soldiers, policemen there, exploiting and taking money from the people down there? There is no war. There is no disorder down there. Why are they there? The places where there are disorder and there is actually war against the country, you find very few security men there. And even there, they ambush them. They give bad information. They spy on them. They betray them. And these people massacre them. Every day we hear people finishing up our soldiers as if our soldiers are nothing, as if they didn't even do any training. This is all about Islam. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this with particular reference to this. Listen very carefully. This is Amado Bello. On an interview with, I think, a BBC journalist correspondence, and he was speaking about the Igbo people. And when he's talking about Igbos, understand that he's talking about Easterners. At the end of the interview, you will understand he was talking about Easterners because he began to complain there is no Northerner working in the East. And that's right, because even in the North, there are very few graduates from the North. So it's not about the Easterners not taking them, but because there are none of them there.
One thing I've noticed, when I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I always call it obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here.
So, you understand what's going on? That journalist used the word obsession with the Igbos, with the Biafrans, obsession. So it's not just a little problem of, so for people who, I see fellow Christians of other nationalities trying to defend this despicable speech coming from the place of hatred. And you are calling it as Northern first, just like America first. No, it's not just that. This is a case of complete, unhidden, unpretentious hatred. It says obsession. They had this obsession, which continues to today. Why? If it was just about a policy against trying to make the Northerners first policy, it wouldn't be based on these reasons that he gave, that the Igbos are trying to be dominant in whatever they are doing. You place them in a labor camp and they try to become the headman the next year. Why not? Is there any rule against that? I'm not even going to go into that anyway. But the point is, Stop defending the indefensible. This is the kind of things that show that we cannot be a nation. We are incompatible. People are saying the Igbos are so domineering, they are that and the other. You try to give a dog a bad name before you murder the dog, before you kill the dog. That's just what's playing out here. Now, let's continue with this. I know you have seen it, just bear with me. We'll get to the point.
I tried to have it organized, and now all important posts are being held by Northerners.
Good. Now you see, this is the point. All important posts. So it's not a question of qualification, because at that time, mainly the Biafrans were the educated ones. And not just simply educated, very educated, competent. What happened with the refineries at Iguacha when they brought division among Biafrans? Igbo-speaking Biafrans were terribly and wickedly marginalized against. Even their own brothers wanted to kill them, not satisfied with taking over their property. They wanted to kill them. It was the soldiers who protected them. Now, when they went to the refineries, they did not know what to do there, because elsewhere it was the Igbos who were working there. Now, this incompetence carried over to the north. Modernization policy. You claim we are one Nigeria, and yet you are worried that a particular section of the country is working the country efficiently. They did not say they are not going to employ anybody who is qualified from your region. And this is part of the thing that delayed Nigerian independence. You understand? Because he was trying to get his people on par with every other section of the country, whether qualified or not. So they fast-track everything to the detriment of the Igbos, the detriment of the Biafrans. Let's continue. We will find out that this is not about it's not a problem on the side of the Igbos. It's just that you don't want these people.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with Northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a Northerner bust. If you can't get a Northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too.
Good. So you get the point. It's not just about any other Nigerian. They could employ any other Nigerian whereby they cannot find an expatriate or a foreigner, a white person. They will always employ any other Nigerian, but not the Biafran. Why? You ask them. Because these are promoting and propagating verily the same policy of Islam begun by Usman Dan Fodio, their founder, their grand founder. You don't be surprised. This man is related by Usman Dan Fodio, I think by blood. So don't be surprised. He is propagating what his father started. Has it stopped today? It has not. It has become the northern force. And I am giving this as a warning to my fellow Christians of other nationalities. While you are defending this, now look what's happening in Nigeria. It's still northerners first. That is why someone was given money. We have been pumping billions of naira in a particular research project for 33 years. And all the person could come up, not just person, but this department could come up with was after 33 years of research and funding, was they have discovered how to optimize the production of kilishi. And you want us to believe that it was just about the Igbos. And people are trying to pin it on the Igbos, that the Igbos were pompous, they were loud, they were telling themselves they were too intelligent, they were smart and all that. Why not? The refineries fell after the Igbos left it. What happened in Jos? Or not in Jos. Where is that iron team? The team production and all the iron stores in Nigeria. What happened to them? I think at Ajokuta still. Igbos left it, that's the end of it. Biafrans leave it, that's the end of it. Are you quarreling with the competence of the Biafran, or are you quarreling with the fact that he is the one that can make things work? I want to understand this. Apart from the main fact that Biafrans are mainly Christians, 95% or even more than that or less, I do not want to exaggerate. I am not very sure of how many percentage, but it's up to that. Are you quarreling with the fact, apart from that fact that they are Christian, and you are subtly working against them because you are following what's written in the Quran and in the works of the holy prophets in Islam? Apart from that, where is this hatred coming from? I thought you want the nation to move forward. And here, you talk about Nigeria being a great nation. And these people who you know are capable of making things happen, and yet you do not want to leave things in their hands. You want to take over everything. And when they work it and work it well, you say they are domineering. They want to dominate everybody. Why don't you also work hard to dominate everybody yourself? Or wait, you decide to do that by the sword. You kill everybody off. You dominate everybody by killing everybody off. You import everything. You monopolize things. Today, only Dangote is making cements in Nigeria. Is that not monopoly? I'm asking my fellow Christians who do not see these things like this. They try to see that Igbo people are making noise, the Biafrans are making noise, IPOB is disturbing and is shouting everybody. Are they not telling the truth? Why do you hate Nnamdi Kanu so much? Is it what he's saying is not right to your ears? Is the point he's making not worthy of being considered? Or the way he's saying it, you don't like it? Which one do you want? The way he's saying it, or the things contained in the things he's saying? Only Dangote has the floor now. Nigerian flour mill is dead. Now Dangote is building refinery again. Kaduna doesn't work. Igboche doesn't work. But Dangote is planning to build a great refinery. And guess who are the people who are in those places mainly? Foreigners, Indians, Chinese. Do you understand? This policy continues till today. And this whatever in Asarok, I know now because I'm getting even much more convinced that it is a whatever that is in Asarok. Because of the stories we hear. How can there be gunshots there and they're telling us cock and bull stories about the president's aide and the first lady's aide? What nonsense. Are you still listening to that? Now, we look at what he's doing. Virtually every security outfit is headed by the Northerners. So it is modernization policy, not only now in the North, but also in Nigeria. The more you are defending this nonsense, the more it's getting to your doorsteps. Christians, do you get this point? Do you understand what's going on? Open your mouth. Say what it is. Say the truth. Speak the truth. Do not paint it. Don't patronize anybody. This country is a sham. It's a sham. It's a fraud. We must together break it. Forget about this parochialism. This was before oil was discovered in Nigeria. So you don't say it was after, before the war. Even before the coup took place, that was tagged Igbo coup. And by the way, that coup was actually for the enthronement of Awolowo, Obafemi Awolowo, as the prime minister. Everybody acknowledges he was the genius. He was very intelligent. He was very organized. He had leadership abilities. And why not? And if you target the Igbo coup, why was it that it was Awolowo that they wanted to enthrone as the prime minister? Because they are looking out for excellence. This speech, some people, they try to defend him, they try to make him, give him a soft land. You condemn him outrightly. It was a hate speech, and that's what it is, that's it. And those of us who are Christians, we should understand that he is talking from that point of view of Muslim-Christian, non-believer relationship. No matter how you say it, that's what it is. And that continues to today. Now it's getting over. It's gaining so much ground. They are all over the place. And Dangote is still being pushed forward, monopolizing every business in the country. And yet you accuse the Igbos of trying to dominate anybody. Mention one territory that the Igbos or the Biafrans have dominated or taken over. If yours have been taken over, please raise your hand. So let's continue with this.
This is going to be permanent, I should say.
It's going to be permanent.
Because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions, coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Now, did you hear? He used those two words, dangerous, bloodshed. It's still going to be dangerous. Look at this. If we continue on this path, it's dangerous because at a point, other people will not like to take it. Will not take it. Like the Biafrans are not taking it today. It's leading to bloodshed. You are in your home, you are being massacred. Middle Belt, Northeast, every day people are being killed. They open up the borders for their friends and their relations to come in from all over West Africa and take over territories forcefully. They kill everybody off. They even wrote letters to tell us that Nigeria does not belong to us but to them. And they are going to come to take it. And they're already implementing this. And it is about Sharia. Whatever that was there at Asarok even said it with his mouth. And nobody's holding them accountable. That you must make sure that Sharia is propagated. Now, this man is talking about, he makes sure that he's afraid of the young people coming out from work, coming out from universities and being unable to get work. Can you figure this out now? What about the other tribes? Are there not people that the Igbos are even more in the universities? If you say it is Nigeria, why are you not also considering them that the people coming out from the universities have no work? You're thinking only about these particular people. I don't blame you. You are trying to represent your people. But don't you think working with competent people, you create even more jobs? Unlike what's happening now, you're putting in incompetent and more incompetent people. Instead of NNPC, for example, thinking about how to build a refinery, they are talking about how to build a hospital. Which one should be the priority right now for them? They're talking about hospital because they think Dangote has monopolized, and that hospital will not be built in years. Even if it is built, you will not find Panadol there at a certain point. It's a guarantee. Asarok is a good example. Asarok Clinic is a very good example. Now, I want you to not to get anything wrong here. Don't get anything. Don't mistake anything. They don't like you because of your faith. First of all, because of who you are. They won't cope with you. They cannot compete with you. You move ahead of them. Their only language is the sword, which has become the gun today. Unless you are prepared to play in that angle too, good luck. But stop romancing this idea of one Nigeria. It is not going to work. Obviously, look at this, what this man is saying. It is in the same line that this whatever in Asarok and all his followers are still doing. This is a warning to all the people who are working with them and talking to them trash. They will eventually use you as donkey. They will use you and deal with other people and then eventually finish you off. Especially if you're a Christian. Unless you have secretly denied your faith, denied Jesus Christ, and given your life as a Muslim, and still coming out to lie to us because you feel that we are going to shout. Who are we to judge you? When you do it very well. Nobody will kill you, so that we understand that right now you are no longer a Christian. Please stop deceiving us. Somebody like Gowon, like Obasanjo, these people, they come out in the public and tell us they have become Christians. We don't believe any single word they say. They might be that in name, for long as it's lasting. Now I don't hear Danjuma anymore speak these days. Since after he met with whatever in Asarok, I have not heard him speak so much. It seems as if all the noise about defend yourself died a natural death. Something must have passed under the bridge. Okay. Being observant and being it's always at alert. We are surrounded. And this is the policy, the modernization, the northern first. Not only in that particular part of the country where they are found, but now it's going all over the place. Because they have opened the borders for their brothers from West Africa. They're going to take over your land and your life as a people. Unless together we condemn this evil. Stop. Why do you hate the Biafrans? If they did something, what is it that they did that you have not wrapped your head around, that you have not really forgiven them for? I don't get it. I am Biafran. I am not even thinking about dominating anybody. All I think every day is about how to excel in what I do, how to please God, how to meet God, and give Him all the glory for the things I do to help humanity to grow, to advance the cause of men. I don't even think about taking people's land. It's the last thing on it's not even in my mind. So what is this thing? People are telling the Igbos you should be more humble. Why are you telling people to be more humble? People are proud of what they achieve and they believe in themselves. And you misplace that for being proud and being pompous. It's not true. I am confident. It's a different thing from I don't let you exercise your competence at all. I don't let you get near at all. It's a completely different issue. I look down on you. I do not. No. I am confident in myself. I try to put myself up psychologically, physically, otherwise. And I get into something and I get the achievement I want. And I get the good results I'm seeking for. And it is unacceptable to me. 33 years of research, and it was optimization of the production of kilishi. Such things is the kind of thing I will harp on and I will talk forever, for ages. I will say, this is wrong. And when I do it within 5 years and you want me to keep silent, no. It will take extra days for me to keep silent because I keep referring to your own. That is not being pompous. That is seeking for excellence. We continue with Amadou Bello.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of all people in all regions in Nigeria being fair citizens of one country?
Well, it might, but You are, I mean, new to our region, but how many Northerners are employed in the East or in the West? The answer is no. And if there are, there may be 10 laborers employed only in the two regions.
So, this is the issue. You see, you be the judge. You be the judge. The man was asking Amadu Bello, the journalist was asking him, does this not ridicule the whole idea of Nigeria as a nation? Obviously, from his answer, you see he doesn't believe in Nigeria. And by the way, when you think that people are so bad that you cannot live with them, why not let them go? Why don't you just be on your own and let them go? Let them be. Let them be by your side. You have your own values. They have theirs. Why are we forcing ourselves to be together when we know we cannot be together? At least not like this. Let us just be on our own, friends. We can all associate well. Everybody can buy shares in Dangote's company eventually if we decide to separate and separate in peace. Because this tension, this danger that might lead to bloodshed, according to his words, will continue like this. If it is not Fulani and Igbo, it will become Fulani and the Yoruba, like it happens almost every day. Every particular riot and religious crisis in this country, we always bear the brunt of it. Our businesses are destroyed, our houses are decimated, our people massacred. Why? What have we done? You discover that these people are good, they are capable, they work hard, they have competence. Why are they not heading off? Why is it the Northerner heading NNPC all the time, and yet it is not working? Just like the security heads now. Security is worse, getting worse and worse every day, and yet. I remember the other time, during Ihe Jirika's tenure as the chief of army staff, some people raise the point, you are taking only Easterners now in the soldier, in the military. You are taking only Easterners. Why are you doing that and all that? I think they went to the office, the man's office. And when they went there, this thing might be a shock to some people who never heard this story. They went to the office of the man with this sword of accusation waiting to finish him off and say, you must resign. You have been taking only Easterners. The man sat them down in his office, gave them tea. They said, no, they don't want tea. And then he brought out the files for them. Then they saw the files. You have murdered Igbo officers. You have tactically and systematically denied Igbo and Biafrans admittance into the military, Nigerian military. And so their number is even the minimum, the barest, the least. Now, when we brought out the files and they found out the number of Northerners and the number of Westerners compared to the least number of Easterners down in the military, they closed their eyes towards the file, and some of them immediately began demanding for that tea they earlier rejected, because they found out immediately that the case was already defeated, that they had no case. Christian, Biafran, Igbo, Abulado should be a big warning to you. What happened? Immediately after the bomb blast, while people were still mourning, counting their losses, lamenting about their woes, these people brought a fire to claim the land upon which people just died, and said the government owns the land. Do you understand? If you are always thinking about your own shop, that small shop, kiosk, or two, or your warehouse, wherever it is, start thinking home now. It may not be late yet, but start thinking home now. Bring your businesses home. Bring your businesses home. Devise a plan. You can do it. Devise a plan, even if the government's policies are not supportive of it. Was it not on this? Not some people say it is a policy. It was a policy. It was not hatred. I agree. The same policy during Obasanjo time rendered so many Biafrans poor, impoverished so many people who were elsewhere very good traders. They made some of their containers and wares were seized overnight. They became poor. You send for goods, they come and they are seized. You send another one, they are seized again. From where is the capital coming? And it was Obasanjo who did that. And he is a Christian. And he did this against Christians. And now, this whatever in Asorok has continued with what he is doing. Where Ahmadu Bello stopped. Now he has spread it all over the country. And they continue to further it. Every day we see people who are representing Nigerians at the National Assembly. You see their level of confidence. You see what they are doing there. Governors are negotiating with bandits and Fulani herdsmen and terrorists. People murdering their people. They are negotiating with them. They can't even control them. But the heavy presence of security outfit in the East is nothing to write home about. They extract money from people all the day, every day. And yet you, pastor, you, general overseer, these people will come to the church to give offerings. You demand tithes from them without even asking questions. Another day I will talk about the tithe and how evil it is for you to be emphasizing it. And these are the same people plying the roads, where the policemen and the security men kill some of them, disgrace some of them, make life very hard for some of them, and extract money from some of them. And yet they come to the church and they put in offerings, and you don't speak for them. Obasanjo did a stupid policy that impoverished so many of them. I didn't hear you speak. The other time there was a general overseer, people are being raped every day, murdered, mothers, daughters. Even in the church, people are raped in the church and murdered in the church. I didn't hear so much condemnation. But then I heard someone saying, if anybody touches his wife, he will kill the person. So much so that the person will not resurrect on the resurrection morning. That's how selfish we have become. Unless we together, with one voice, speak against Christian persecution and against evil, against this impending genocide of the Biafran people again. Unless you are not servants of the Most High God. This should be a warning to you, all of you brothers and sisters, Igbos, Ibibios, ethnic people, all of you, and none, wherever you are from, is on all of you, Ijo, all of you, Biafrans. Be careful. They don't love you. Psalm 69, I think, verse 4. How can I live among people who hate me for no just cause? They have no reason to hate me, apart from the fact that I am a child of God. I believe my faith, my gift, they hate me. Why are you trying to love? Why are you? Nobody says you should hate them, but why are you trying so much to please them, to become more Nigerian than the people who regard themselves as Nigerians? Don't force yourself. Let us work together. Let us work together. Let Nigeria be brought down. so that we gain our freedom. This Nigeria is the evil holding all of us down. We must all work together to liberate ourselves. Let us pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. It belongs to no man else, but only you. And so we trust in you totally, Lord. You all alone can deliver us from this evil. Please come save your people. Do not abandon us. Come, let your will shine in our lives, for there lies our peace, forever and ever. Amen. Please share this message to your brother. You might save a life today and gain an apostle and gain a friend, a brother. Together, we work for our liberation. God bless you.